So, I have depression, and during this time of the year, mid to late October, seasonal depression joins the party. And normally, that's all I would have to worry about. I deal with it. I'm still here, I'm still alive. But this year, things are different. There is a global pandemic. I don't know if y'all know. Some people acting like they don't know, just being fools out there. But also, it just dawned on me that the elections are less than 2 weeks away. And this realization brought me back to 2016, the night of the election, when I cried. And then I cried myself to sleep. Then I woke up the next morning, remember what happened the night before, and kind of just cried again. So because of this, things are not great. They're not great. They could be a lot better. So I decided there's a few books that I want to read, that I'm excited to get to. And then I'm going to reread some books that I've enjoyed in the past, because serotonin is needed right now. And also, I just need to be distracted, which is why I'm doing a reading vlog, even though I said I wasn't going to do them anymore. But I just need something else to occupy my life. So, Heartstopper Volume 2. I read the first one, I don't know, like 2 weeks ago. In my October vlog, which should be up before this, I said I wasn't gonna buy it. But here we are. Shah and the End of Time by Roshani. People really like this. They say that it's really funny, and I need funny in my life right now. And the books that I am going to reread are Howl's Moving Castle by Dianna Wynne Jones. When I first saw this, I thought it was a movie tie-in. Like, they just took the movie and all the dialogue and put it in book form. I had no idea that it was a novel first. So, I want to reread this, then watch the movie, or vice versa, so I can properly compare the two of them. Next book, Wayward Son by Rowell. I read this last year when it came out. A lot of people were disappointed by this. It felt, not gonna lie, I kind of get it why they didn't like it. It felt like a filler book, just like we're waiting for the third one to come out, which, by the way, it was announced and the cover is beautiful. I'm gonna pre-order that. So this felt like a filler book. It felt like a fanfic for Carry On, which is weird to think about because Carry On is essentially fanfic, Harry and Draco fanfic, which I also love. But Baz and Simon were just pining and angsting over each other this whole book, and that's why I liked it. So I'm gonna reread that again. Next, I have Cinder by Marissa Meyer. I read this last year. I read the entire Lunar Chronicles last year. I would reread the entire series, but I don't have the second and third book with me. I lent it out. Who knows when I'll get it back. I might just buy the new covers because they're beautiful. Also self-care. So I'm gonna reread this. I need Prince Kai to comfort me. And then Radio Silence. I read this like 2 months ago, but I don't care. Did I say what this was? Radio Silence by Alice Oseman. I read this 2 months ago, loved it, and immediately upon finishing it, I was like, I need to reread that. Look how much tabs. I need to reread this. And I was like, I'm surprised I held off 2 months. So here we are. It's finally happening. 2 months. It's still a short amount of time, but I don't care. I love this so much. So So there we are, the books that I'm gonna read. Searching for serotonin and distraction. This is Charlie's lock screen, which I don't know why, but it just made me laugh. I like it. There's an Alid here. Is this the Alid from Radio Silence? Is it? What was the name of the guy? Is this all in the same universe? I love it all. This panel just made me laugh. What a disgruntled little drawing. It is Alid Lass. Oh man, I love this even more now. Serotonin levels are very high just because of Alid. Charlie's sister even dresses like me. And now looking at her hair, I kind of want to cut my bangs. But I will not do that. That's the part of quarantine that I will not go. This is cute. I like these little profiles. Charlie and I are almost the same. I'm ISTJ. It was a good decision to start with this. This was exactly what I needed. Alid Lass made an appearance, and I love him. I'm gonna wait a while until I get the 3rd volume. But this is great. I'm definitely continuing with this now, and I will buy the 3rd volume. I went on Goodreads to input that I finished Heartstopper, and I completely forgot that I was in the middle of reading this. I have like 100 pages left, so interlude from the Serotonin Reads. I'm gonna read this first. I've gotten used to my monthly vlogs and just like going days without checking in, which is not how reading vlogs work. So yeah, I haven't read a lot. I'm still reading Shah and the End of Time, not even 100 pages. Yeah, just 97 pages. I'm really liking it. Somebody told me that Minnie is a great character, and she is. She's very funny. Also, she's half full, you know, so we love it already. I have work to do. I just lost my train of thought. I have work to do, so I won't get any reading done today. And probably also tomorrow. So, I will see you when I've actually read some things. I'm wearing contacts for the first time in like 2 weeks. My head kind of hurts. I just take them off and put my glasses back on. So, as we've already established, I don't know how to do a reading vlog anymore. Once again, it's been a few days. I finished Shah. It's up on my shelves already. I'm not gonna take it out. It was great. There's so many little dialogue moments, mostly from Minnie. She's very funny. She was definitely my favorite character. That thing that we find out at the end with Shah's mom shook. The drama of it all. I literally gasped out loud. I was like, oh, Mom, tell me about your life before Shah. Does that mean he's her dad? Minnie was like, oh, he wanted to be your home dad. But isn't that her biological dad? Does that right? I'm pretty sure that's what it meant. Maybe I just skipped a part because I read it very late into the night. But yes, I enjoyed it. And now I'm reading. My desk is a mess. Where is it? Ah. Now I'm reading Cinder. I completely forgot that there's a plague in this. And it's actually like throughout the entire series, it's a thing. So Cinder was at a junkyard with her younger sister. And then she starts seeing like bruises on her arms with, it's like tinged with red, which is what the plague looks like once it's on somebody. And Cinder was like, she starts remembering that when she was working at the market, which is where her mechanic shop is, she remembered that somebody had the plague and there was like an outbreak, and so the market is closed. And so Cinder started thinking like, oh my god, did I do this? Did I bring home the plague? And I was just like, bro, this is coronavirus. Cinder is asymptomatic, but she brought it home because she was exposed, and now she's spreading it about. It's exactly like coronavirus. I'm about halfway through. I'm gonna finish this probably today, and then I'll get started on Wayward Son. I finished Cinder. It was as great as I remembered. Very fond memories just from last year. This was the first book, or one of the very first books, that got me back fully into reading, into fantasy. When I read this, I was like, well, this is sci-fi, but you know what I mean. Back into the YA, fantasy, sci-fi, magical genre. Prince Kai is as dreamy as ever. Do I like Prince Kai only because he shares the same name as my favorite K-pop boy, and I imagine said K-pop boy throughout the entire book, so that made the whole experience even better? Yes, we should all do that. Not specifically this one K-pop boy, but you know, do you all not fan cast whenever you read books? Because I do. There's a few people that I just like standard stand-ins whenever, like, it's just very vague descriptions that could fit a bunch of people. There's a cast that's always in my head. So now I'm going to read, it's over there somewhere on my mess of a desk. I'm going to read Wayward Son. I forgot that this starts off with like Simon. He's dealing with like the I'm just gonna lie down. I forgot that this deals with like Simon dealing with basically just like the trauma of what he went through in the last book, and he's very clearly depressed. Like, he's just lying around in the apartment. I say very clearly depressed because that's how I am with my depression. I can't. I just become a zombie. That's what happens with me. I think I want to read like this on my bookshelf. I don't know if it's because I'm rereading them, but I'm getting through these books a lot quicker than I thought I would. Like Cinder, I read that pretty quick. To be fair, the first time I read Cinder, I read that in like 4 hours, so reading in a day is kind of a setback. But for Wayward Son, I read this in one sitting once it arrived because I pre-ordered it, and now it looks like I'm gonna finish it tonight as well. So, the last book that I have for my rereads is Radio Silence. And I knew from the start of like when I finished the first time I read it, I was like, when I reread this, I'm going to buy another copy so I can go ham. So I went on Book Depository because the only edition available in the US is the one that I already have. So I went on Book Depository to look at it, and I wanted the blue one to match when I eventually get the rest of her books. I wanted them to all match, but it wasn't there. So I was like, I still want to do a reread, so I'll just get the other UK edition, which is the one with the face on it. And my package just arrived, and it's the blue one. Listen, I don't even need to reread this. Serotonin levels are already so beautiful. Serotonin levels are already high. Yay, yay, this is the edition that I wanted. The Book Depository. Oh, why did you play with my feelings like that? Oh my god, exciting times. Seeing this just makes me want to buy all her other books now, just so they can look all colorful and pretty on my shelves. finished my serotonin reads and rereads, and the purpose of this video was honestly just a distraction for me, have something to work on, have something to keep my mind busy, and it worked. I'm glad I reread all those favorite books, and yeah, the elections are tomorrow. I was doing fine until I saw people talking about not being fine, and then I saw like threads on Instagram like election day mental health checklist, and I was just like, oh, which I find very ironic because they're supposed to keep me not anxious, but it just made me anxious. So yeah, I don't really know how to end this. By the time this comes out, I think the results will be in. So yeah. So regardless of the results, I hope you are safe. I hope you're taking care of yourself. Yeah, I'm hoping for brighter days for all of us.